Wall Street I can, but I'm not going to do as much live trading this year. It's too hard when I'm trying to do it live with everybody. It ends up just wrecking my accounts. I hate doing that because I get concentrating on either I'm trading the whole time with a live account with my money. That means then I don't get to train, or I forget about things and I'm not as on point because I'm training people. It just doesn't work out. It really doesn't. That's why the other people you guys see never train any of you ever. You just get to watch them trade and then they leave. Does anybody notice that with the other groups? That's all you get. You don't get training. You stare at somebody. Yay. I'm more in the camp of let's train you. Right here. Look at this pullback on SPY. Like I said, respecting the 9. Beautiful to the downside. 593 gold level.
Anything to do with the dollar.
Yeah, now listen, this is what I'm saying. The difference between us and everybody else, because we don't trade a bias, we're able to make money no matter what the market condition. I'm telling you right now, if you would ask anybody how their portfolio is doing, they are screaming, crying, like, oh my gosh. You're going to hear it at church and functions, my 401k, and you guys are going to be like, what are you talking about? We made literally millions today, and they're all going to be crying, and all you had to do was listen to the sound of my voice. SPY.
Look at that market, coach. It's still going down.
It's beautiful. Who's
Target
still in these?
Microsoft just took a massive dump, and
Who's
that
still
took
in
SPY
this?
with
Everybody,
I am.
careful. Gold level right here, 591.50. We had marked on SPY. Remember, you guys said a while back. Write in that journal you're not writing in while you're not finding success. If you look in the mirror and go, I'm not finding success, did you follow all the rules? I would bet you did not. Am I right? How many of us in here that have continued to fail at this are not following the rules? And every time you follow the rules, you find success. And then you don't follow the rules and you get emotional and then you don't. Anybody show of hands? Is that anybody in here?
Yep, I'm right there, coach.
There it is.
Exactly.
Yep. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
In the past.
Yep.
Sure.
Now listen, hey, I do it all the time. We're human. I understand. But again, my job is to make sure that you guys are putting your best foot forward and doing the job. I still make mistakes. I still live trade and make mistakes. I still do stupid human things. But my job is to try to help correct you, right? I understand you guys will slip up. I get it. We're human. I understand. Nobody's perfect. I understand. But what I want every single day is so you go, you know what, today I'm going to try. Today I'm going to try to do that. That's all I can ask, right? Of anybody on any team, anywhere. I put them out there. I put the rules in place. You guys can follow it. We can either win the game or not. So today, are you going to win the game and follow the rules? Or are you going to go by your own playbook, fail again, wake up tomorrow and go, I'm going to start again? How about you start this today? How about right now is the time? How about right now? I challenge all of you. Don't you dare quit on yourself. Invest in yourself. Invest in the time that you need. You're not going to get it in a month. Learn, learn, learn. Stop trading and start training. I need all of you on point. I want everybody to be successful. I would love to have more success stories, more millionaires, more people retiring. Right? I would love that. We love those success stories. If you're in the beginning, I would love for it to be able to pay for your groceries, right? Or you made enough to pay that phone bill. You got new tires on your car. You paid down some debt. You were able to get some Christmas that you wanted, right? All of those things, all right? We're all in different places, but I need you guys focused and I need you committed. I need everybody in the room to commit. Is everybody in this room going to commit?
Yes, sir.
Let's do it.
Yes, sir.
Promise.
We can do it. We can do it together. Start today. I don't want no excuses. I don't want to hear nothing other than, yes, I did that. We're live on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, LinkedIn, and Twitch, and now also WAP. Today I am in the mobile command center. The beauty of trading stocks is you can do it from anywhere. As long as you have internet access, a mobile device, seriously, you can do this from anywhere. So right now inside of here, let me show you guys what I'm running. So you can see I've literally got a laptop in front of me. It's on my lap. I'm streaming right off of 2 different phones. I've also got our 2-minute EWO indicators right here. That's what's running all of the data right there. I've traded for decades, you know, well, since they allowed it, off of mobile phones. So you can trade off your mobile phone, a tablet, a laptop, a Chromebook, right? As long as your system works on it, you can trade anywhere in the world. Come and join us.
Welcome to the Aftermarket. American Dream Trading. You have entered the Aftermarket. AmericanDreamTrading.com. Welcome. You are now in the Aftermarket.
What is up, Aftermarket family? Welcome to American Dream Trading's The Aftermarket live chat and watch party. I'm your host, Dawn, aka J&J Video Reacts. And this is a stream that we just come to hang out with those of us that are members of American Dream Trading and anybody else who wants to come along for the ride. This is a place where it's our playground. It's where we hang out after the market and just kind of decompress. Sometimes we play games in here. Sometimes we do simulated trades. Sometimes we do real trades. American Dream Trading was started by Chad W. Christian. He's a 33-year stock market vet, and he has literally taught all of us how to get in trades, out of trades, and everything in the middle. And today we had an amazing workshop class from one of our training moderators, Ange, who is patiently waiting backstage. I see you. She gave an amazing workshop class on scalping, the rigors of scalping, the ins and outs, literally, of scalping. And I can't wait to get back and watch the replay of that over and over and over, because it was a stellar class. So Angie did a fantastic job, and I can't wait to just go have that's one of the ones that's going to be on repeat for me, because I definitely, am in a situation now where I'm able to do that. So all the tutelage I can get, I will take it. But quick housekeeping. Don't forget to smash the like button, share the video, subscribe to the channel if you have not already. We're trying to go ahead and get close to 15,000 subscribers. Right now, we are currently sitting at 14,792. So only 208 to go, gang. 208 to go, and that's it. We are there, right? So tonight we're going to do a little bit of trading view simulation. So let's get Angie in here. Hey, you. You there? Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. That was a good class.
Yeah.
That was really, really good. And you could tell you had fun doing it too.
Well, that's where I got my start. Is your screen froze or my screen froze?
I don't know. I've got the thumbnail up right now.
Oh, okay. So nobody sees. Oh God.
Yep, there you go.
Got it.
All right, how about we do that? How about we back it up?
Holy crap. That's a lot of me. No, it was a good class, and I love teaching, right? That's something that's always it's something that I've always had a passion for.
Yes.
In training people. I love to train off of something that I have a lot of passion in. And so to have that opportunity to do a workshop class and be able to give back to the community that I take part in every single day is a great asset, I think. And it was a good time. It's super funny to like think about it because it's like, well, the fun part about it is, and kind of silly, is well, I may have trained off scalping today, but I've actually moved away from it. And I'm now doing more EWO.
What is
So
going on?
makes a huge difference. What did you do, Don?
That all of a sudden the music started getting loud.
Oh,
Restream's glitching. But yeah, that's funny because you have become an EWO queen. And
I don't know if I give myself queen status by any means, but I certainly
you're a queen anyway. So you just happen to be an EWO queen, but you're definitely a queen.
I definitely am taking my skill set to a different level at this point, and that's the whole point now, is the evolution of change. We see traders go through this all the time where they start with one strategy, and when they graduate from that one strategy, it's time to branch out and learn another one. And I've just done it in reverse, right? So I went from being a scalper now to doing EWO instead of the other way around.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And it just took getting out of my own head, like we teach our people.
Well, how did you get so disciplined? Did that start at a young age? Were you always like that?
Oh, that's a really great question. I don't know. Honestly, I think, and I would guess that my mom would probably say a little bit differently, that I was maybe more disciplined than I probably perceived myself. It most likely started happening about the time that I had my first child, because I was very young. So I was still in high school when I had my daughter. And at that point in my life, I had to make a choice, right?
Yeah.
I had to make a choice to grow up and do whatever I had to do, or become just, another member of society doing just the opposite. Like, those were my choices.
Yeah.
And, I always tease, I was raised by boomers. I hope my mom's watching because I'll hear about it via text message later, mother. And very hardcore parents. I don't care what anybody says. That generation of parents were hardcore.
Yeah.
At least for my friends and myself.
Oh, my mom was strict as hell. Yeah.
And their word meant something, and
Oh, yeah.
so I took everything that my parents said to me very seriously, and it wasn't until later that they didn't actually mean a lot of the things that they said, even though I took it as personal as I did. But I think being a young mother, and having to do things on my own and be able to give to my kids in a way that they deserved, I had to choose between being a teenager or being a parent. And I obviously chose the parent route, so I think my discipline comes from, I want my kids to see that if you work really hard at something, it doesn't matter what it is, you can be successful, whether you go to college or not. Like I did. I went to college later in life. I didn't go right away. I actually did go right away. I failed my first year of college. I failed. I couldn't figure out a balance. I just couldn't figure out a balance.
Well, that had to be hard, right? Trying to raise a kid and going to school too.
It was hard as hell.
Yeah.
And I wasn't ready. Let's be honest. I wasn't ready. I thought I could rule the world, and the world bit me.
Yeah.
But I made a choice. I moved back closer to home. I went to work, and I did what every young parent does, and I struggled. And then I made choices that improved my life along the way. He went to school and got a good career in finance. But I think having discipline for me looks a little different because I have adult children now, where if they stumble upon me, like my son watches, my oldest watches sometimes too. I've known that or at least she knows that I'm on here.
Yeah.
That it doesn't matter, like, your circumstance. You can't let your circumstances pick the direction or the trajectory of your life. You yourself choose that for yourself.
Correct.
So me coming in here at ADT last year, I made a choice. I knew that if I put the time that I needed to into something, that there was a good chance, if I followed the rules and did exactly what the teachings are, that I would be okay. Given that, sometimes it takes people longer than others, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But that I knew that if I could get this, I'd be okay. Yeah, I got it.
That's awesome. You got it in spades, girl. That is so awesome.
But discipline is important, right? Because for me, it's not just being disciplined in my work. It's disciplined in life, period. If everything isn't aligned, I'm a disaster. I'm an absolute disaster. So I have to have everything aligned. And the older I get, the worse it gets. But instead of looking at it as a negative, I
don't see it. Yeah, I don't see it as a bad thing.
I do look at it as a positive. I do believe that everybody grows, and they grow at different stages, and they choose how they grow, and they choose the direction they want to grow. And if things don't align that way, you win some and you lose some. And it's just a part of growth. And I completely and 110% believe that, and no matter what stage of life you are. So I don't care if you're 18 years old, just graduating high school and coming in, you take a hold of what discipline is and run with it, and then apply it to day trading. Or if you're 30 years old and you hate your career and you want to do something different, take on the discipline, take on the skill set, and run with it. 50 years old, same difference. 70, doesn't matter.
Doesn't
Take
matter.
Discipline and run with it.
And the cool thing is we've got all those age groups in this group.
We do. It's incredible. It is.
So there's somebody that anybody can relate to in this group.
Absolutely. And we all learn from each other. And it doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter, how many more years of experience you have in this or not. It doesn't matter. We got you, and that's the most important part. And if you're having a bad day, share it, because there's a good chance there's 30 other people that are quietly hurting, that are going the same thing you are.
Yep. People suffering in silence. And one thing that I love about our group is we put out there that we don't want people to suffer in silence. We open our bosoms, if you will, to people to come in and just feel supported and, and heard, so they can be themselves. They can come in. It doesn't matter what area of life you're from, what walk of life you're from, you can come in. And I'll tell you one thing, if you don't have the discipline, but you intend on succeeding in this, you will grow it, because discipline is something that's built. You're not born with it. No. So you have to learn how to, do one thing consistently, and that builds discipline, right? So, and that is what you've managed to do. And I love the fact that you are inspiring me and so many others of us in the group to be disciplined. The days are gone where we're just chasing the dollar. Oh, that's such and such made such and such money. No, we want to be like the disciplined person. Mm-hmm. Right? Because if you follow the discipline and the process, the money's going to automatically be there. So it's like, while the money is fantastic and it's great to tout that and hear about that, what I celebrate about you and Mark and GC when he was here, and Palm and is the discipline that you guys have, because all of you have that in common. And I'm growing mine day by day. You know what I mean? Maria is growing hers day by day. She's also, I've found to be a disciplined person. You know what I mean? So it's there. We just have to go in there and dig it out and use it, you know, because we all have that seed. Somebody else came in with us.
Awesome. Yeah, and it always, you know, when we talked about this last spring, we had a series on the why.
Hey,
You know, everybody has a
Yeah.
why. You know, and whether you're coming in here like I did for just some spare cash for pedicures or manicures, you know, in my Starbucks habit, right? Like
yeah.
I didn't have any intention on it going any further than that. I didn't know that I was going to be on the panel for the first time at some point this
Wait
year.
a minute, hold on. Not to cut you off. You came in for a scalp and ended up in a 2-minute EWO.
right? Right? But like, I mean, I would have never guessed. Like, I would have never guessed I'd be up here on this panel. I would have never guessed that, you know, I would have a hand in being a moderator. I would have never guessed that I would help launch a part of ADT that I did. I would have never guessed that, you know, and then fast forward even further than that, I'm me do the EWO. Are you out of your mind? I never thought that I would do that, you know, so what will I be doing in 6 months?
Oh,
I guess we'll see.
yeah.
Cash
You know,
secured puts and covered
Oh,
calls,
totally.
Bo.
No. That's
Oh, you don't plan on getting in any of that?
No.
You sound like
Listen,
somebody
it's
else.
so it like hurts my brain. I mean, I really understand like the premise, but like wrapping my head all the way around it, I'm like, it really like my brain's want to just burst out. I don't know.
Well, you know who said that too. He didn't want any parts of any of that. I don't want to own anything. I just want to get in and out. And
It's not that I don't want to do it. It's that it hurts my brain.
Well, I mean, a lot of people just don't want to get all into that extra aspect of it. You know what I'm saying? It's like I just want to get in, get green, and get the hell out. Pretty much, you know.
What's really cool to think of, like, and I used this morning as an example. Anybody who came in futures heard me whining like a little toddler, like 3 trades. That's all I get to do today. Like, whose idea was this, right? Coach put that out for us to do 3 trades. And I'm like, well, I don't want to be just tied down to 3 trades, even though I've been working on something similar to that where less trades, longer runs, whatever, right? Here I'm kicking and screaming. And how many trades today? 1.
That's all it took.
You know, and so it's the evolution, right? And that's what I hold on to, and I think I've heard somebody say, like, we got to keep the trading interesting, because once you get to the point where you've got the mechanics down, you got to be shooting for something. And I love futures. Futures is fantastic. Yeah. So what is going to keep me interested in futures? And this sounds ridiculous. You know, I want to be able to do that EWO so flawlessly with how many contracts can I actually go?
Oh shit! You did what today? 50, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
But literally though, I am disappointed in my EWO today. Okay, number 1, I didn't get in at the beginning, which makes it tough, right? Because you're trying to find the get in spot.
Right.
And then 2, you could have let that thing run all day and it'd have been higher than what you got out at, Ange. Like, and yeah. I'm just disappointed. Like, I think some of my bias got in the way for sure, because I'm like, there was so many green candles. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's going to come back. It never did. Not that I was going to try to play the down. I was just waiting to get in. You know what I mean? Like, trying to get in. And then it would pull back, and I was like, oh, no, now it's just going to crash. And I wouldn't get in. And then I just was so hesitant. I still made 36% on my account today. I'm not upset.
Oh, nice.
But what I'm saying is, it could have been like 360% of my account today, basically, from just counting the ticks. If I had just stayed, no biggie.
What made you get out the pullback?
I just did not trust that the market was going to be that green. You know what I mean? Like,
I do. I get it. I mean, honestly, I didn't get into any of it because of that. for that
When's
same
the
reason.
last day? When's the last time that happened?
What, a run like that?
11% on SPY? Like what?
Oh, I don't
Yeah,
know.
that's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah,
Yeah.
and
No,
meanwhile,
I'm sorry.
I'm-
Not 11%. I'm sorry. Not 11%, $11. But still, like,
yeah. Meanwhile, I'm chasing gold and shit. You
and
know,
it
I heard all the call outs and I'm like, it's the way they're talking about it, they've been talking about it for 5 minutes. By now, it's already off the high heaven. I was just like you. I didn't want to try to go chase after it. But had I done that, I still would have made money no matter when I got
girl,
it. 'Cause it
did
never
you
stopped
see IWM
I did. Yeah.
or
No, actually, I
M2K
didn't.
or
M2K, yeah.
M2K? It was a prettier trade than MNQ, than NQ, than
Yeah,
anything. It was so beautiful today. And
it
I
was.
kicked myself for that too.
I picked the
Anyway,
wrong day not to trade it. I really did.
I
picked the
literally
wrong
was
day.
like, Dawn is gonna be like a millionaire tomorrow. I mean, but then you said gold, and I was like, but no, gold was a good trade. I made money off that too
Yeah,
at
I made
one
a couple
point.
dollars off gold. I made a
Yeah.
couple dollars off gold, but it would have been so much more had I done M2K. But you know what? You know, that's the cool thing that we come to know about. The trades happen every day, especially in futures. Trades happen every few minutes. So if you don't get in one, or if you lose a couple dollars on one because you didn't stay in it and you panic sold or whatever, just get your wits about you, take a break, take a breather, and get back in. When you see the
Right.
setup.
Today was tough because the EWOs really didn't flip that much. And Mark did say, like, it doesn't mean you can't get in. You know what I mean? But it was so high up when it would pull back. I was like, I'm not getting in because, again, I'm not taking any trades against trend, right? So I'm
Right.
not looking for a downside trade. I'm looking to get in to the upside. But when it would pull back, I'm like, oh, here she blows, like I'm not getting in that. And then new high of day in the next
Or
candle.
you
I'm like,
chart it and you
oh.
see that next level is not that far from where you're looking to get in. And it's like, oh, hell no. If I get in now, I'm not even going to get that much of a run. I may get.
I know. In futures, I don't care about that. I don't care about how much of a run. Like, if I can get 10 tick, 20 ticks, that's fine. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
that's what I'm saying.
and
If
that's
it's
like
not,
this much. Like, it's
if it's
tiny.
not at least that, then what's the point? You might as well wait for it to break and hold the level, is what I'm saying.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I was just like, I don't know. I should have gotten in earlier, but I was at work, of course.
Well,
So,
that's the
when are you
beauty,
back
right?
working full time?
No. I mean, Ange did the numbers for me this morning because so I could go to work early. But by the time I got home, it was like 9:20, I think, and everything was already in a very large green EWO. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and then the market was about to open, so I'm not getting in there. You know what I mean? Like, and then shift changes at 10, so I'm a little hesitant there. And I usually don't trade till 10:30, so then there's that. And my hands were I mean, it was like that 9:38 to whatever run was in freaking insane.
It was about.
I think there were
probably
12. Excuse me.
It was over an hour.
Yeah, there were 12 green candles at least in a row on the 5 minute. I mean, it was insane. Like, what do you want me to do with that, Don? I try to get in where I fit in. I don't even know where to fit. I can't fit. I'm too big.
And you can't rush it. You can't rush it.
No,
You can't
and that's the
create
thing.
a trade. So,
Like I
you
said,
did the right thing.
I do well. I'm not mad at my profit. I know it could have been if I had just gotten in when I got home, but that wouldn't work tomorrow. So why would I have done that today? You know what I mean? Like,
you might.
today was an anomaly. Like it's not the norm. So
Damn, that reminded me of that day SPY went up like that. And I remember Palm talking everybody through it. And it just kept going. And all day long, there was so many of us that were sitting there waiting for a put to happen. And it never freaking did. That is so rare that it does that. And I'm like, but that frustrates me because I'm a bear. So I'm like, come on, buyers, give the bear some. It's our turn.
right. I mean, I'm a bear too. I love big puts and I cannot lie. Okay. But I'm not going against trend, and trend was clearly up. So like I wasn't waiting on a put. I was waiting on like the re-entry. And yes, there were opportunities. Looking back, it irritates me, but whatever. It's all hindsight 2020.
Yeah.
Um,
I've gotten to a point where I tend to wait for puts. Even if they don't happen, I'll go look for something else that looks like it's ready to come down. I like puts that damn much. But I'm like, when it's running like that, I'm like, but gold was a put. So while everybody's making a shit ton of money in MYM, which that's what it was. It was MYM, it was the Dow, and it was SPY or ES, and it was M2K. And I'm like, shit, that was the trifecta today. And I'm over in gold, which had a nice put, but it did not run anywhere near as long. And then it went up and then it got choppy. So I never did get the long trade that I was looking for, but I'm not going to be pissed off about it because, like you, I made a couple dollars on it, so I'm happy.
Oh,
But
by the way, Ralph says you're not a bear, you're human. And second of all,
shut up, Ralph.
I thought
Oh, you
though
got to be in something.
I'm going to
it was
interrupt
so
you if
it
that's
was
okay.
Yeah.
I actually have to step out. It's senior night for my son at culinary
Aw.
school. So I'm going to go do
Wow.
mom things. So I wanted to come and support the aftermarket show. I'll be listening on my phone, but you guys have
All
a
right,
really
babe.
great evening.
You
and I
too.
will see you in
Tell them
Kmart.
congratulations on being a
Yeah.
senior.
Yes. You guys have a great night.
You too. Love you. No, I was gonna say, the mentorship today, the guidance that
Oh,
Palm was
yeah.
giving while we were in there, I was like,
Yeah.
okay, I can do this. And so I did start, and that's how I made the 36% on my account. So if y'all aren't in mentorship, I'm not giving away the trick of the trade that he taught us today, and he's taught before, like, don't get it twisted, and Coach teaches often. But
Mhm.
I'm just saying it was so timely. Like I needed it. I really
Yeah.
needed it.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. That was 2 classes today that were awesome. Ange and Palm.
I'm
And then, of
telling you,
course,
my brain is on overload.
I know, right? And then we had Coach with his coaching and then Mark with his I mean, it's just coming from all ends, dude. You can't not succeed in this group. There is way too much education and way too many talented trainers for you to not make money in this group. And a lot of people, look, this is like one of the best kept secrets in the trading industry, dude. And I mean, we are growing, right? Because like we're WAP's #1 in trading, right? But the world in general, if they got wind of American Dream Trade, you know how many members we would have? Who would not come join this group, right? So we got to continue to put the word out there. Keep subscribing. Keep sharing the
It's
content.
a life hack. It is literally a life hack.
It is.
And
It
just
is.
like, okay, listen, D Rock just wrote, I made $72 profit on his $400 future account. That's amazing. Like, those are great numbers. Let's go. You know what I mean? And let's redo it tomorrow. And you know what I mean? And that's the thing people don't understand. Take that 72 out, D Rock, and keep your 400 so you could pay something down. Because, I mean, you can do it with 400. You proved that today. You know what I
Yep.
mean? Like,
That's 18%, D Rock. That's huge.
right. That's huge.
Yeah. So, yeah.
So,
Right. Take your 72, start back over with your 400. That's
right.
what I'm doing. You know,
Build
five,
it.
five, 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 five.
Right.
And anything over that, pull it out. You know?
Yeah. I do that. I mean, I start with the same amount every day.
And it's worth it. You know, and that's another good best practice because it keeps you from dwindling your money down, losing the money that you've made. You can take that and pay towards a bill or pay a bill off and still have your trading money that you used to make it. You know,
So I transfer it to my husband's account because you know what he is? So frugal and will not spend a freaking dollar. And so I'm like, okay, and he doesn't even know it's there, like, because he doesn't ever check it.
Right.
I just put it in because it's on like we're connected on the Weeble thing. So I just transfer it to his account and I know it's there and I can withdraw it. But immediately it goes there, like because I don't want to lose a dollar. You know what I mean? Like,
awesome.
period.
I know. Do you have your debit card hooked up? I didn't know you could do that.
I do. You have to use the original debit card that you signed up for Weeble with.
Okay, because I signed up with a checking account, but there's a card that goes to that account that I just
Yeah,
added.
that should still work, I think.
Yeah. So
Yes.
and I did a transfer to it, and it only took like 10 minutes for it to show up as settled.
Right.
That's wild. That's wild. I just did it just to test it out. You know what I mean? They
Right.
were like, yeah, you can add a debit card. I'm like,
Yeah. And you can transfer it into your cash account immediately, but you can't transfer it
into futures.
into futures, and you can't transfer from your cash to your futures till the blah, blah, whatever. But
to like the next day or something.
right. But I can now withdraw from my futures immediately into my husband's account.
But you have to put the money from futures to your cash account, right? And then withdraw it?
No.
You can do it from futures right to your debit card?
Mm-hmm.
What? Wow. That's a good thing. That's a good feature.
Right.
That's a really good feature.
Because that was one of the reasons I stayed with freaking stupid Robinhood so long, you know? And I still have some of my long-term holds there, but like if I'm gonna make bill money and pay off debt, I need to be able to access it. So
right.
Or not make bill money because I'm not using bill, but you know what I mean. If I'm gonna supplement my income, I need to be able to access it. So Ralph says he's always making withdrawals.
Wow. Ralph, why don't you come up on the panel, new mod? Did you sign your paperwork? Is he officially a new mod yet?
Oh, I have no idea. I never went back into the lounge today. Did he? I don't know. I need to know.
I know, right?
Going in is slow and coming out is fast. That's right, Ralph. Because they using our money going in to make more money. I don't know why they don't use it going out though. That's weird. And no, Crispy, Weevil doesn't have a debit card, but they should. I feel like.
Yeah, they need to do that.
Oh my. That is a crazy looking. What is going on? It looks like a kaleidoscope or something.
I shared the wrong screen. I'm sharing the screen that we're on.
Oh my gosh. I feel like if you just turned it, it was going to go all type of crazy. Make prisms and.
All right. Which one?
And Carolyn, we're using Weeble mostly. I mean, everybody's entitled to use whatever they would like for futures, but we, as a group, I would say overwhelmingly are using Weeble. I personally am, and I think Dawn is.
Yes, I'm using Weeble.
And Ralph said, no, not yet.
All right, so what should we play? Let's do a replay. Pick a stock, any stock.
Okay.
Futures?
No.
Yeah, let's do futures.
Okay.
Let's be bad.
Oh, you know what though? I did want to tell Ralph, and I didn't get to talk to him today. I played the Euro, and that is crazy.
It is.
But you better get in and get out. Like
I don't like it.
Oh, I did well, but
I did too, but I don't like it.
But you know what? I did well so fast. I knew I could do poorly just as fast, and I was like, "Oh hell no!" Like,
yes, me too.
I'm back out of here.
I mean, like 10
Big
bucks.
B says do gold.
Gold? All right.
Crispy says micro Dow Jones, which is MYM.
Do I need the slash in TradingView or no?
Yes. Oh, not in TradingView. I apologize.
Okay. All right. So
it's so annoying.
The first one was gold, right? Let's do both. All right. So MGC, right?
Yep. Well, that's the micro. You could just do GC.
Right.
Carolyn, there's not necessarily an extra charge, but there is a separate account that you have to set up with Weeble. It's $500 initial, and after that, your account balance can vary, and then there are fees to each transaction in futures, and they vary per ticker. And we have Mark and Ange has provided like a little sheet of the most commonly traded that shows you all of that.
Okay, so this is telling me it doesn't say gold. None of these say gold.
I wish I could see your screen. And you have GC typed in.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
I am. Let's see what that does. None of these are giving me oh, because I'm on the wrong damn shit. Hold on.
Oh, well, that'll do it.
Okay. All right, let's try GC again.
Oh, Vic B says GC1 exclamation point.
GC futures. So that's probably it right there.
There we go. That looked
Yep.
good.
So let's hit the replay and go to yesterday's date because we didn't play gold yesterday. Or we need to start at the beginning of the week even. Let's go to Monday. And
That little calendar messes me up so bad because it doesn't have Saturday and Sunday, or they're not in like where I would put them. And so I'm always clicking on Tuesday to start my week. I don't understand.
And we're going to go with 9:30 because that's where we'll have most of our volume. All right, 9:29. All right, I don't have it charted out or nothing, but let's do it.
Excuse me? Oh, you were playing MGC. All right, I'm going to give you a pass.
I will pop a line in up there.
Ralph, I know you about to come up here and play this with us. Come on.
Come on, Ralph.
And hey, vegan, how you doing? Ralph. See, he be typing in here.
All right, so already the 9 has gone below the 21. I'm liking this to the downside, but I'm gonna wait.
Have you been using the L2 in futures?
A little bit, yeah, I have.
Yeah, me too. It's bad. Okay, Ralph is on the way. Shoo! Thank you, Jesus. Save our lives. No. All right, I'm liking it to the upside now, Don.
Yes, they're stepping right. But here's that situation I was talking about.
Right, double top. Well, there's a micro before it too. Huh. But it's got good volume, it looks like.
Mm-hmm. Did you say Ralph said he was coming up here?
He did. And then Bucko reposted the link.
Thanks, Bucko.
Oh. Sheesh. Are we on the 2 minute or the 1 minute?
We are on the, I'm not sure. Hold on. 1 minute.
Okay.
All right, I'm liking that to the upside. It looks like it's breaking and holding. Nope, not yet. Oh, that's exactly why you don't rush it right there.
Right.
Wait for the break and hold, and it did not break and hold. Look what it did. And it's at a double top. We just marked that out. Always pays to do your charting. All right, so it's back up here quickly. So to me, that's got some strong momentum to the upside. What you think?
Yeah, I agree. My dog is barking at something, so I keep muting it. We're down to the 21.
Here we go again.
Ooh.
Bouncing. So for those of you who have the trading view, do you have the new trading view indicators yet? Are you doing a beta with that?
No, I wish.
Yeah, I'm not either.
Sign me up. I mean, I don't know where do I sign up for these?
I can't wait for them now. All right, we might be breaking and holding here. Needs to get past here. This is where, okay, there we go. We're going to go ahead and do 5.
So I really like that candle. And that one, obviously. But the first one.
And we're going to put a stop just under what we did.
Dang.
There we go. Oh, damn. We got stopped out quick as shit on that. I should have gave it more room. All right, I think Ralph's here.
Vic B, we're if we're doing the EWO, it's the 2-minute chart. I don't know.
It's the 1 minute. I can put
I know. But I'm saying if we're doing a 2-minute EWO play, it would be the 2-minute. He's asking if we're using a 2-minute EWO.
No, I'm just scalping. Yeah, I got it on the 1 minute because I'm just scalping it.
So we doing scalping because that's what we just had the workshop on.
Right.
We got school today.
So which one is the 9? That dotted line, I'm assuming?
The dotted line is the 9. Yep. And then on this particular one, because you know my stuff is purple because of the red.
Right.
That's the red. And then the white is the 21 and the blue is the 55. And yes, it did just go through the cloud.
I got my candles the same color.
Do you? Yeah. All this red and green, the candles being red and green just didn't work for me.
Oh, my.
Here we go. This is some choppy shit here.
Yeah, I feel like the volume must be low. Well, it's got spiky volume. It's not got consistent volume. If you look at the volume bars,
Yeah.
So what time is it on the? Let me see if I can blow the screen up. I can. Full screen. I can see now. Okay, so on there it's 1900. That's why it's so slow. It's like in the evening. Is it?
I did.
It's 7 p.m.
9:30
On
or
the
10:30 in the morning. Oh.
Yeah, on the replay mode, I be forgetting about the timing. Okay.
Whoa.
Yeah, Dawn.
See, I don't like the replay. The whole candle shows up, and that shit pisses me off. Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse my French.
Yeah, because it's the bar replay. Yeah, I don't like that. But I mean,
but it is what it is.
Yeah, I haven't found one that does like I guess recording it'll be the only way you can get a full feel.
Right. Yeah, recording it and then I play Solana all weekend on paper.
But the stop loss.
It's not the same. Oh my.
There you go.
All right, what you got? All right, let's move that stop.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to be profitable. It's a free trade.
It hasn't broken held the 200. Oh, yeah, it just did. Ooh.
Move that down a little bit more. All right, we got stopped out.
Rally trade gold.
Okay, so we got a whole new ribbon that's formed. So this is still to the downside, and all the candles are still under the 9. The 9 is still separated from the 21. So I'm going to wait and see if it bounces off the 9 like it normally does. If this breaks the 9, I'm going to start getting leery. And if it breaks the 21, I'm out. Which I'm already out, but that means I'm not even going to enter into the downside.
Right. The 200 moving average, the 100 bounce. I think that's what got it.
Mm-hmm. All right. The 9 is trying to cross the 21. Once the 9 crosses the 21, you'll have a whole new EWO started down here. A 1 minute EWO.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, we're scalping, so we're on the 1 minute. If you guys want to do a 2 minute, we'll go ahead and do what was that? MYM. That
Yeah.
crispy called out. We'll do that next. We'll do a MYM, and then we'll go ahead and get out of here. But we'll do that one on the 2 minute, just to compare.
Today was my first time ever trading that YM.
Really? Yeah. Apparently,
Yeah.
quite a few.
It was my first time ever. I didn't even have no lines on the chart or anything.
I traded it the first day I traded futures. And I do have it all charted out because I was ready for it. And I back tested it this weekend too. And then I forgot to look at it today. And I wasn't in the futures Zoom because I stay in with Coach to help like with the mics and stuff. So I was like, oh, wow. But I mean, everything. Freaking RTY today. Oh my God.
Everything ran today. I kind of like YM though. It's a little slow, and then I noticed something that like when everything starts to fall rapidly, that one don't fall like the rest of them do. So I'm gonna start, trading it a little more. All right, Dawn, we getting that shift.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I was waiting to see if
We
it
got the
passed.
9 and 21 crossover to the upside. There we go.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Just waiting for it to break this channel right here. Looks like it's breaking it. It needs a break and hold though.
That's our W pattern right there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, back to the euro. Okay, it's real choppy right now. I guess because
Yeah, I picked the wrong time to try to play with that.
the euro.
I made $10, but that's all I could make because it was choppy.
When I woke up and checked the chart, I was like, "This chart is not hitting on nothing." It was just choppy. It just, it's gonna have this run.
Listen, I traded it and I made like $45 in like, I don't know, 2 minutes. And I was like, oh no, this could go the other way real quick as well. I'm out of here. Bye.
Yep.
I'm going to take my little
So like
$45.
currency pairs, and I see it in metals also. Gold to me is an indice. So like everybody play, but like if you trade a different metal like copper, silver, one of the other ones, right? They tend to move kind of like currency pairs all at once. It's just like in the currency, you'll look at the euro and be like, how can anybody trade this thing ain't moving at all of a sudden, shoom, it shoots up real fast.
Right. That's why I was like, I got to get out of here because this could go easily. If you can make that much quickly, you can also lose that much quickly. So, And I mean, and the volume just wasn't there to like really tell you what it was doing. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. So the time that the euro moves the most is between 3 a.m. and 12 noon. So if you're going to be trading in the evenings, I think the better one to trade would be the Australian dollar or the yen.
Really?
I think I was in the euro. It was like probably 7 maybe today. I can't remember exactly, but I'm not at my computer, so I can't look. But
currency's been real flaky lately. But it's kind of like, so it's a rhythm with currencies. If there's a good day in the market, like today was an extremely good day, then it's gonna reflect in the currency market, and this is the reason why. I never knew this. And whenever we switch from 0 days to like if you trade today, your funds come back in the stock market. I'm talking about your funds come back the next day. Your buying power. When we first started, you had to wait like 2 days, right? So
yeah,
you got to think currencies is used to execute the stock market. That's like one of the heaviest things that it's used for. Is I know that it's not actual dollars, but it's digital dollars. And the rest of the world they trade like our stocks and so, but when they get ready to make their withdrawals, if they in the UK, they're gonna be getting GBP. They don't want US dollars. So that's where the exchange comes in at. And I think whenever we made the switch from share trades in one day from 2 days, it made the currency market get real choppy. But I guess they didn't figure the flow and rhythm of it out now. But
That
I
makes
never really
sense.
thought about that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Because you got to think, even if somebody has a margin account in stocks, they still have to wait till the next day for those shares if they doing shares to settle. You know, if they doing option, it's always been one day. The shares is just as liquid the options.
Did you hold on to your TSLL? What'd you do with it?
Oh, I got stopped out when they made that big pull down. So I'm gonna be looking to re-enter. No wait, I'm thinking about TQQQ.
Oh, okay.
TSLL, I'm still in it.
Okay. I
Yeah, I'm
sold
still
at the
in it.
bell, well, right after the bell today, but I made good little piece of
Mhm.
change.
No satin.
I love TSLL and I like TQQQ.
I love that and Soxel as well.
So for
Look,
me,
y'all, I got my mom to buy into Soxel yesterday, and she called me today and was like, Maria, I am up. Like, I mean, I made good money. And I was like, I
hey,
know.
I'm gonna call
I
you
love it.
Southern Belle. I love that. Where that accent come from?
But what's funny is she's a Yankee, so but she's lived here a long time. But yeah, she trades, like she is in the stock market all the time, but she does like more longer term holds or whatever. And
Mhm.
she was like asking me yesterday because she sold out of two things. She's in NBDY because I told her to. And she's
Mhm.
in now she bought SOXL, and she's in something else. Oh, Trade Desk. And I don't know. She's just funny.
That's the form. The formula for me is if you had a small account, I would definitely go to the pre-market stocks. Right, I get the VIP definitely, and I do the pre-market because you can. That's the jam right there, right? Then during the daytime, I'll move to leverage ETFs. And then from there, if I want to stay with stocks, I'll do options or go to futures, you know, because
See, Ralph, I used to lose in the pre-market. Like it used to be, like I wouldn't even buy them. I just do the call outs, like, and everybody be like, "Are you in it?" No, hell no, because I just like try to get married and bake cakes and freaking meet the parents and all that
oh,
shit.
I remember you used to be
Um,
holding on. You used to be
right?
still in trades in the aftermarket.
No, I would trade something else in the aftermarket. I wouldn't hold them that long.
I remember one day we was in here, you was like, I'm still in it, it's still going up.
It was though, okay, but
Mhm.
I guess I don't know. I
But
believe
those
you.
pre-market stocks, they got the potential to run a lot of percentages.
Right, but you got to take your money and get out and get back in, and take your money and get out and get back in. And that wasn't my forte, but I have really learned to, like, I can do that now. And I can
That's,
now, I just try to do one a day now, like, not,
mhm.
whereas I would try to do a lot and then I would end up in one because I was in this other one, and you know what I mean? But
Yeah,
one a day.
that's it. That's our thing for this upcoming month. I guess this month, the 3 trades a day. I like the 3 trades a day, because
It
well, at first I
regulates
was
you.
like, I didn't think I was gonna be able to do it. I'm gonna be completely honest, but today was just a really good day. But you know,
It makes you be picky, you know?
Mm,
You gotta really wait on a good setup if you only get 3 setups a day, which honestly, to find 3 A+ setups a day is a blessing, right?
yeah, this must be from today. The way it's going up. I
It
know.
is.
Oh, it is.
Why is this not?
Yeah, look at all them white candles.
Oh damn!
Sheesh.
It's not on the fucking replay. What the hell? What is going on?
That is the replay, Dawn.
Yeah, but why is my positions not coming in there? I'm clicking on it. It's not doing anything.
There you
Oh,
go.
it's there. It is. There it is. I just want to see what would happen. How many contracts did I get?
5.
All right. I'm curious. Let's speed this
That's
up a little bit.
about why I got in because my entry was kind of my entry wasn't bad. I got stopped out at first on that pull down right there, one that's coming up, and I had to get back in. So that's how I ended up having 2 trades today because one stopped me out. But you know what was really different about today? After it made the run up, it just kept going. The daily candle closed on its high.
That's what was crazy, Ralph. And that's
Yeah.
why
Nuts.
I don't know if you heard me earlier, but I was saying I didn't get in at the initial EWO, and so I'm trying to find a place to get in, but it had gone up so much. I'm thinking we're done. You know what I mean? Because that's what we usually do. And today was an anomaly, and it was awesome. And if I'd stayed in from the time I got home, if I'd stayed in, I'd have made $2,000. But I made 36% instead. Okay. Which
So
was
for those of you
360.
who are unfamiliar, this is MYM, this is the Dow, this is futures, and this is what it did today. And I'm just curious if I had 5 contracts in it, what would have happened. So I'm letting it play out.
Because towards the power, like right before power hour or during power hour, they had like a hard sell off, and I'm like, okay, that's it. It came back and made a higher high after that. I was like, are you kidding?
Right.
This thing is
I
still
know.
going. Somebody mentioned it today, and it reminded me.
Bucko said I
Jimmy-
cheated. I did 3 stock trades and 3 crypto trades. Can we say loophole?
Oh,
That's a loophole.
Bucko.
Everybody been losing a loophole. That's what Coach said. Coach said I did 3 other trades, but it was in a different account.
Right.
Loophole.
Coach was slick with his shit.
Then he was like,
I heard him. I
been
caught him right away. He's like, I'm just gonna get in this. I'm like, Coach, are you doing that? He's like, no. And he started giggling.
He said it's 3 to
I'm
5
like,
trades.
caught. Yeah, he changed it to 3 to 5, right?
Yeah. The actual rules is 3 to 5 though. I ain't
All
gonna
right,
lie
so
to that.
I didn't shed. I started to drop 2 here, but I didn't. Probably because I know it was gonna go up.
Let it run. We know it's going. I want to see.
Yeah, because I'm curious. Just let it run. Let it run. If it's not breaking the 9, which it clearly did not here, it didn't even break the 21. This is what happens when you get into too many EWO. It's going to have pullbacks, but if it doesn't break the 9, and definitely if it doesn't penetrate the cloud, look at this. There is no reason for you to get out of this trade.
That's what I'm saying, Dawn. That's why I was so frustrated with myself. It never came near VWAP. It did break the 55 for a little bit, like Ralph was saying at 3 p.m. 3 p.m. by the way. 3 p.m.
From 9.
And I mean, it was just a beautiful trade.
Yeah, well, I think I was out of it by now, but it got tough after this. It really got tough.
Yeah,
to trade
this
it,
right here, this is tough because if it breaks the 9, that right there, you technically should be shedded pretty much all the way out and maybe have a runner.
But
left.
what time of day are we at?
What's it saying down there? Hold on.
I can't see.
I'll look it up.
11:40, so lunchtime.
Okay, so this is when we were in the mentorship with Palm, and this is what helped me make my $360 today. Is because he showed us how to make money off of this. Is just what you're saying got tough.
Yep, get in at this level because this is a pullback. I learned this in the pre-market.
Palm Coast will say this is shaking out the fleas.
Yes, every time they do that, I say that to myself. He's always saying that, shaking the fleas off the dog.
That's it. there was a level at the beginning that they had rejected it, and I was like, because at first we switched and was looking at it, and Ange was like, I think I'm gonna do YM today. And when I looked at it, I was like, oh, it's a strong move up after the 2 down candles. And then I was like, it's a hard level that's coming up. If it break that, it might go. It went up there and it wicked it hard, but it wicked over it real good. And so I was like, man, I think it's gonna revisit and break that level. And it was swift. Like once it got above it, that was it, straight up. And how many candles you said it was in a row, Maria? Like 12 candles.
Just FYI, I'm already at $805.
Oh my God.
880 with 5 contracts, and it's
Why
not
didn't I
even.
shade? I should have shared.
And it's doing its second run,
Yeah.
and I'm almost at $1,000.
A rally-based rally.
That's crazy.
And how much the contracts cost for YM? I don't even know. I think
They were, I think $75, something like that.
Yeah.
Let's speed this up a little bit more.
So Dawn, you could come over to the left a little bit and click that. You see right where it say pause and play. If you click that, it'll make it go faster. Like just click it.
Yeah.
Go to your left where the pause is at, because it's 2 of them. If you hit one, it'll end it. Now one more over. Go over one more. Not up there. You see where you
But
can.
this is where it makes it go faster, though.
Yeah, that does too. But yeah, you could do it that way. There's 2 ways to do it. We are almost to the end because I want to see this pour down. That's what I'm waiting on. Because that was a brutal pour down. Okay, new high day.
Right now we are sitting at 1 o'clock, 1:02.
Mm-hmm. So 2 more hours. I think this is it about to come. I think this is the only time it may have touched the 55.
Yeah, this is probably it here.
Mm-hmm. So I thought it was just gonna sell off and just come back at least about halfway.
Mm-hmm.
So that thing.
And it bounced. It kept doing that all day. I was getting literally, instead of trading the trade in front of me, I was getting pissed that it wouldn't go down. I'm like, that's a buy-in. You need to get in that.
Mm-hmm.
But here, the cloud is closing up. The 21 and the 9 are sitting right on top of each other.
I want to say it got a crossover. No, I don't think it got a crossover. It could have did, because like when Mark was doing his live, he traded it to the downside, and it was a brutal pullback.
I think I did get in that because I have been jumping around looking for, pullbacks. So I think I did get a few dollars off of that pullback.
And it was swift too. Panic.
Yeah, I remember Mark talking us through it. I loved it. I was in it with him.
Mm-hmm. I ain't gonna lie. When I was in that trade, I started walking around my room. I was walking around in circles. You gotta find things to do.
I heard you say that.
I heard you too, and I just wanted to know: do you get dizzy in these circles, or?
I was just sitting. I had to do something, because if I was right there, I probably would have got out. I probably would have got out.
Oh man. Yeah, it's coming to that head right there.
Okay, so how many clicks are you up? I mean clicks. I swear I'm gonna buy a boat or something because I keep saying clicks. Ticks.
I don't know. Oh, this is just shows the dollar amount. Huh?
Yeah.
Oh, she don't gotta change the ticks. Okay. Even when I'm trading Solana, it shows me in ticks. Cracks me up.
Wow. $1,140
Oh my God.
so far.
I feel like
I am telling you, it was like $2,200.
so. Coach has this video of like leave the trade alone. It's a short. Did you put you put that short together, Dawn? Because I be having it playing in a loop in my head. Cause like stop digging around with the trade. Keep your hands off the mouse. You get out at $100 and that thing goes to 2,000. This was a direct reflection of that video. It's a YouTube short. I'm gonna have to pin it. I'm gonna have to pin that in the Discord.
No, I did one where he did a $10,000 short. Okay, here we go. But it's popping right back up.
Right back up. Yeah,
That's
this
crazy.
is the crazy bleed out came. And it still recovered. Dawn, I think you like trading gold, huh? I
Yeah, I
never
like
been able to
gold.
get down with gold. I don't know why.
Yeah, gold is nice when it gets going in one direction. Because it
Yeah.
got choppy, I had to leave it alone. Because it's expensive.
Yeah, it is.
You did good on oil this morning too, right? Though.
Yeah, I did crude oil for a little while. Yep.
Oh, you like crude oil too? Crude oil is fine. I like crude oil.
I tried it last night. I didn't like it last night. It was too choppy. But this morning it was good. Look at that candle.
That big candle.
Ralph likes sardine oil too.
So I know, yeah, soybean oil.
Oh, I remember that big
Bucks.
ass candle.
It's at $50. Soybean oil is.
It just cracks me up because he's saying soybean oil, but when I was hearing him, I'm like, why is he talking about sardine oil? Is this a thing? And I'm like looking it up, and then finally I'm like, you're Southern, but got me looking up sardine oil over here.
So
Soybean
did you guys
oil.
see when that did that candle right there?
I didn't see that.
I remember that scared the shit out of me. I had just gotten out of the call. I was in a call going to the upside, not for a long period, not a call. Listen to me. I was going to the upside and I had just gotten out right before that candle. I was so pissed.
Yeah, that was at like 405 or 402.
Yeah, it shot up all the way up and stayed there for a second. And then it pulled back down. I was like, holy crap. Yeah, I saw that happen. I thought that was some kind of shenanigans going on.
That was
So
day.
that was it.
So I will say that Palm has also taught me a lot about those type of candles, and that like don't get fooled. You know what I mean? Because it's typically not gonna stay there. You know what I mean? Like don't
And
jump in and think, oh yeah, life is about to be gravy. Like it ain't gonna stay there. Or don't jump out of your current position, because if you jump out right there, you're gonna lose your ass. Like, but if you just let it settle and jump out, because you still should. Like obviously that showed.
Yeah, red candle came in right behind it.
I feel like whenever it shoots up really fast like that, it's gonna be pulling back.
It is. Yeah, it normally does. 50% rule, right?
Mm-hmm.
So $1,182 is what this would have played out if we had just had 5 contracts and that and let it run right from the beginning.
Wow. And
Yep.
it's
But by contracts, you just mean like
just
shares.
dollars. Yeah, just
right.
share. Yep. So yeah.
In margin, that probably would have been what, 5 times 75?
Yep.
Let me do my math. So 150, 300. So 375. Not bad. You would have 3 times your margin that you had on the line for it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Lately, I haven't seen them change the prices as much as they have here lately. Like kind of hard to keep up with what margin you're gonna be using until the day starts. But that's not really that common unless I just don't know. This is like the most I've seen it. But I mean, I guess it's because of the Trump markets or whatever.
Yeah, because I'm like, wait a
Volatility
minute, I thought this thing was supposed to be $58.
Yeah,
Like 71. I
yep.
thought this was supposed to be $96, 142.
They've been
It's
changing.
very unpredictable, but it is because the market is not predictable, and I don't like
Right.
it makes sense.
Based on the volatility, right?
At least they haven't gone to you do an initial margin like they do like during
Yeah.
FOMC or that kind of thing. Like that would be worse, So
Yeah.
For
Like
sure.
Robin Hood. Robin Hood had to jump. I knew before Robin Hood jumped on the bandwagon.
You
It
know
seemed
it.
like all brokers.
but
all
have you
brokers
seen
were
their
doing-
prices?
They only do initial margin.
Christina told us about them. Good God Almighty, man! $900 for a contract. I'm
Yeah.
like,
Well, it's just they're doing initial margin
Yeah,
all
they
day.
just they don't
All
do
day long.
crazy.
margin.
Mhm.
I mean, I think you gotta have like
Eric
you gotta
Smoto
have
is down here.
1,000
What up,
in your
E?
account just to trade it.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Which
Let's
is crazy
go!
because you really would think that they would be doing the opposite because they want to rob the hood, a little bit.
right.
And so
Right.
you would think they would be like bamboozling you into it. And then, anyway.
Yeah. Everybody
All
doing
right, John.
futures now. Most of the brokers.
Everybody.
Yeah, I guess it's like the new hot thing, which is
All
good.
right, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and shut it down. Let's go, Eric. I got a let's go for you down there, baby.
All right, Eric Smoto. I know he had a great day.
He had a heck of a day.
Yeah.
For
Eric,
sure.
you want to tell us about your day, baby? What'd you do? Did you go get a haircut?
Either that or he at the gym.
Right.
Well, I need to be.
That's why I get mine out first thing in the morning, Ralph. So I don't even have to worry about it later on in the day.
You do go every day. I gotta give it to you on that.
I just keep my dumbbells and my resistance bands right by my desk. So you was walking circles today, Ralph. I was doing this.
I was feeling it. Man, 'cause I was just the whole time it felt like that thing was just gonna crush us.
Yes.
The whole time. Yeah, I thought we was gonna be crushed. But it never did. It never happened. So
Nope. Never did.
yeah. Did they
Some
have any
days are like
hot
that.
stocks this morning, Dawn? That rain? Crazy.
You know what? I don't know because Mark ran the screen.
Oh, okay.
So I came in there at 4:00 and Mark was already up and running. So he kind of
he did get up early.
yeah.
I think he
So-
said he something though. He traded something in the pre-market because that was one of his trades. And
I dipped over in futures.
yeah.
But yeah. Speaking of which,
What was your question though, Ralph? What ran in the pre-market?
Yeah.
yeah.
Did they have anything?
Not much.
Not much.
AREB a little bit. Yeah, it was. The volume has just
Slow.
been terrible in the pre-market, honestly.
It
No,
has
That's
you
just
think-
because the indices are running. I think that's what it is.
Right.
The forex pairs, they not really doing much. Gold is opposite of the market, so it's running because of the market. And it's
Right.
just U.S. stocks indices had a great day today. So
Yeah, they did. But yeah, I think it was AREB. And then there were some during the day that took off, but I can't
Yeah.
remember the tickers.
Mhm.
Apple had a good day.
Everything had a good day. And like Palm said, if it didn't have a good day, it's because the stock market don't care about it.
Yep, that's it. That's true.
Yep. Pretty
Yeah.
much.
Well, we ain't gonna hold you, Dawn.
All right. Well, y'all got anything else you want to say to the people before we get out of here and end with Coach's rules?
Follow them.
That's
Don't
it.
make
Follow the rules and don't forget 3 trades a day for the next 2 weeks. Make sure you commit to that.
That's it.
3 to 5 trades. He adjusted it. 3 to 5
Yeah.
trades a day. Keep your position small. If you're not a member of American Dream Trading, go to americandreamtrading.com and go ahead and get signed up. And that way you can take advantage of all that we have to offer. Oh, what's that? Oh. So Ralph, is it official?
Oh yeah, not yet. I talked to he came into the thing, but I gotta come into the stock market, but the stock market Zoom in the morning. I think I'm gonna have to come there. It's not official yet though. I mean, I talked to him this evening, but he was working on his computer and everything, so no, I haven't got the packet or nothing like that. But I'm
Okay.
looking forward to it.
Yeah, man. All right. Well,
Yep.
we're going to end with Coach's Rules. Everybody have a fantastic night. Thank you all so much for being down there in the chat. We appreciate and love all of you so much. And we will see y'all mañana. Peace and blessings, everybody. Stop struggling. Learn how to make money on your own. I knew nothing about day trading a couple years ago until I joined American Dream Trading. Chad Christian is the best coach out there. He teaches us the right way and how to look for trades on our own. We don't chase call-outs over here. Today I made $434 in under an hour. What job's going to pay you that? Looking to leave that 9 to 5? Check out AmericanDreamTrading.com.
Please follow the rules. Nobody go rogue. Some of the rules that we have to and live and die by in here is do not lose more than 1 to 3% of your total account value in any given day. Make sure you have stop losses on each and every trade, regardless of shares and or options. Make sure you guys are practicing small base hits. Don't go for home runs. Allow the runners to run and stop out the losers. If you're a new trader, make sure you are paper trading using a simulated trading system such as Webull or some of the other ones that are out there. If you are an expert trader, please make sure you also are being careful the first 3 minutes and the last 8 to 9 minutes of the day. Those are the absolute most volatile times in the entire market. Also, if you're a newer trader, please don't trade in the first 30 minutes or the last hour of the day. Those are the most dangerous times.